We are going to start another piece today. This is, and now I'm working light, there we go. This is a piece of pecan, and it comes from the Mason County Courthouse in Mason County, Texas. This is a project that the turning club I belong to, Hill Country Turners, has taken upon them to help to finance the rebuild of the courthouse, which burnt down. All of us have taken some of the pecan that got cut down after the burning because it ruined some trees, and we have all been creating pieces that can be auctioned off in silent auctions and sold off. They've already done some of them and they intend to do more. The last auction was actually pretty good. One of the pieces that one of the club members made sold for $5,000, and it was a gorgeous piece of pecan. And so I'm just going to do my part. I'm new to the club. Since I moved down here last year to Bandera, I started going to this club, which is in Kerrville, and they didn't have a lot of wood left over, but they did have this piece, so I think it's going to be a shallow dish. I'm going to keep it simple, still getting my legs back after not having lathes for a while. We're going to just get it round, get it flat, and then go from there. Probably put a tenon on it so I can take it off. This is going to be a little bit more of a showpiece, hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. It looks like it might have some spalting in it, and there's definitely some spalting through here, and there's some grain color changes that I think will look pretty nice. This will be the bottom, this will be the top. It's on a glue block because I don't have a lot of wood here, so I didn't want to take anything away from it. So just enough to put maybe a small tenon on this to hold it when I turn it back around, and then I can take that off, and so we can keep most of this depth. But I'll get geared up. We will start turning. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Sorry, you'll have to excuse the fan. Pretty good. I think I'm going to hit it with a scraper a little more, but then I'm going to go on to sanding. And I went ahead and did a mortise instead. I thought that I can fix this a little easier, and if I decide I want to pull this down, I can pull it down pretty quick. I need to go in and put a center dot here so I can do that, and then I can flatten this out a little bit. I left this raised up just for that purpose, so I could put a center hole here and then pull it out when I turn it back around and smooth this bottom off. Other than that, we'll sand it up, and then we'll turn it around and get started on the other side. I was right about the different color, and I was right about the spalting. There's a little bit in here, and hopefully the finish will bring that out. Let me get this sanded up, and I'll bring you back when we're going to turn it around. All right, sorry about the air conditioner. I had to do a lot of sanding, so I didn't want to show you guys that. This is my first platter bowl to do, and so all along here was a little bit difficult for me to get, even with the scraper, to get straight to the point. It's a tad thin. Still dirt sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Even the bottom is a little thin, which is, I'm surprised because I measured that really well. But sanded up to 400 both sides, and cleaned it with denatured alcohol. Sanded it again to get the raised grain down. So now we're ready to put a little finish on this. And my typical hard feed and wax. And we'll do, probably have to do a couple of coats of that, so I'll put it on for the reveal, and then we'll see what we do from there. I was right about the spalting. It is spalted, and it does have grain changes. And I do have a little hole here. It is filled in. I filled it in from the outside with super glue, and so it's transparent, but it is, there's no openings in this, and it looks pretty good. Let me put some finish on this, and we'll see about buffing it out shortly. sorry for the fan. Here's the bowl. Little deal here for my emblem, which is not going in it because there's a hole all the way through it from where I made the little point to put it back on to flatten this out, which I did. Went and did it off camera because I was figuring it was probably going to fail. I'm going to have to check and see if there's some more wood I can do because this has got a hole in it. This is so thin that right through here I can see a shadow. So I got it a little thin, turned upside down. We could probably use it for frisbee. It is holding together. It's sturdy. So I'll let the club decide if they want to do something with this. If they do, I can throw an emblem in the bottom of it. A little hole, I don't know what I could do with it. If I put an emblem in the bottom, I could fill it with super glue. Probably do that without having to do too much sanding or anything on it. It's a pretty piece of wood, and I all but screwed it up. It's still in one piece, so it can sit on somebody's shelf, but I'm not sure that this is good enough to put in an auction. I'm pretty sure it's not. So we have a meeting in a couple weeks. I'll talk to them then, see if there's something we can do about that, and go from there. I appreciate your time. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody's comments. I do respond to all the comments. And if you would subscribe and share, that would be great. And thank you again for your time. At least this one held together. I think the last project before last didn't hold together. So again, thank you for your time.